it's working. If it's not working, I'm gonna be sad. Okay, now I'm sure it's working. Okay. Hi. I know I haven't done anything in a while, and that's because all week I have been working my brains out trying to do a bunch of projects, and the week before that I made a bunch of videos, but I never had the time to upload, so I felt obligated to sit there and do a video today and say sorry. But I did give a forewarning in one of my videos. I just forgot to post it. Isn't that great? I'm sorry if I look terrible, but I felt like if I didn't get it done now, that I'd never get it done, and then he'd get really angry. So, yeah. Is it weird that this gingerbread man woman thing is creeping me out? Because it's creeping me out, okay? It is. You can't even tell what gender it is. It looks like it has like some sort of braid thing going on here, but there's like no dress or anything, so it could be a man. And I don't want to offend it. We'll just call him or her he, she. It's a he, she gingerbread. It's a gingerbread he, she. I've made a new species. It's not a species, actually. It's a gender, but you understand. I don't exactly know what I'm going to talk about, so I'm just going to randomly ramble on and 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 on until I get bored. Or until the video gets really long. Or until my mom forces me to stop. So, yeah, we're gonna see what happens first. I like cheese. Just in case you don't know that. I really like cheese. I just don't like Monster cheese, and I don't like Swiss cheese because how they get the holes in it is they inject bacteria in it like they do with all the other cheeses, but the holes are formed from the bacteria, so then they're sitting there cutting holes in the cheese. And yeah, and it doesn't taste good either. My favorite cheese is sharp cheddar cheese. It's the greatest cheese ever. Speaking of cheeses, you know, all my life I had pronounced this one cheese, Parmesan. Okay, so I don't know if you know about that cheese, but it's like what you would put on like spaghetti or something. So, but my aunt, she watches cooking shows, and so does my uncle. And since I go over there a lot, I've been getting into the habit of saying Parmesan instead of Parmesan. And I find that Parmesan makes no sense because who has ever heard of the letter Jean? What the heck is a Jean? Zh. It's a zh. I don't know what the heck makes that. Who has ever heard of an S making the zh sound? There is no such thing as a zh. Okay? Okay? Other words that I really hate that people mess up, when they say library without the R. There is clearly an R in that word. I hate the word soldier, I think. That's how you pronounce it, because I don't know how to pronounce it. Because a lot of people say soldier, but there's no like G or anything that makes that sound. And some people say soldier, but it's not soldier, there's an I in there. And it doesn't sound right when you say soldier. What the heck is a soldier? So I think it's soldier, but I don't know, because I've never heard anyone pronounce it soldier. So I'm kind of ominous. I think I used the wrong word there, but it started with an O. Something also I'd like to talk about, how horrible our world is getting, how almost every word has a double meaning now. Yeah, it's really making me angry, because you can't say even like not even 5. You can't even say like 2 sentences without something sounding wrong, okay? And it really gets me angry. And then, not to mention that through, like, from 8th to, I don't know, maybe 10th, 11th grade, you sit there and you notice every last wrong detail in a sentence. Like, you still notice it afterwards, and you might notice it before, but that's when you, like, actually point it out, or you start cracking up even though you find it really stupid. So, yeah. That's why I hate being a ninth grader, because then you hear every last wrong thing inside a sentence. And not to mention that since we have so many wrong words or words with double meanings, and then we sit there and we make the list grow so much that then you'll say something that's normal in one thing, but in the other it's not. It's like really gross. So then you'll say it, and then the older kids will sit there and go, "What did you just say?" And then you have to sit there and go like, "Wait, what? That's wrong?" Or "That's a word? I thought that I made that up." Oh God, this is awkward. Yeah, I've been through that twice already. And one was a word that I thought I made up but was real, and it had a very bad meaning. And another one was one that is like a regular word that was used for a while, quite a while. And then I said it out loud, and I even spelled it that because I didn't know exactly how to pronounce it. And then the kid was like, "Do you even know what that means?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's like a whole armor or stuff like that." He's like, No, it's not." And I was like, all right, I'll bring a dictionary. So then the next day I sit there, I bring in a dictionary, and I show him that it can mean that. And then he's like, do you know what it actually means? And I'm like, no, and I don't want to find out, okay? I really don't want to find out. I feel that ignorance is bliss in most situations, including these words and the stupid software manager thing. Stop. Just stop, pop-up ad thing. Okay, I feel like I've filled in enough time, and yeah. And I don't feel like retaking stuff because I pronounce words wrong, because I find it just stupid. No one's perfect. Nadie es perfecto. I now realize that the word that I was looking for before when I said ominous was oblivious or something like that. So, yeah. And also, the nadie es perfecto, I dedicate that to my Spanish teacher because she's the one who taught me this. So, yeah. It's a word she's trying to get to knock into our brains, and I guess it's working. I just can't remember the first phrase because she's always the one to say it. So yeah, and I also forgot to wave goodbye. So bye. Had an ending just so I know you. Ha.